You know what? We need more info on these applicants for this dream job. And don't forget, in case of a tie, duplicate jobs will not be awarded. So I want a text area where they can type in as much information as they want to tell me about why they should get the dream job. So let's do this. Press the Enter key after the word zip code. So we get one more line down. And go to this button right here. Now that's for text area. Now give it a name that the CGI can use to transfer the information, like info, whatever you want to call it. The label is what they see, but we're not going to use a label. Okay, I'll explain that in a second. Okay, so no label tag. Everything else we'll leave alone. Click OK. There's our box. Now the character width, let's make that a little bit more than 45. Let's go to, say, 65. Let's make it a little wider. We have the ability to change the number of lines if we want more than 5, but understand as soon as they go beyond 5 lines, they get a scroll bar. I've given them enough room. I don't want to give them any more. It is multiple line, obviously. Now, disabled and read-only, I mentioned those in passing. They do something similar, but there is one basic difference between them. If you choose disabled and you have text in that field, they can look at it all day long, but they can't touch it. They can't do anything to it. If you do read-only, that may seem like it's doing the same thing. But if you do read-only, basically what they're doing is they can read it, they can look at it, but they can also copy-paste it if they want to. Now, the reason I don't have anything up here like a label is because I'm going to put the label in the initial value. This is the initial value. So we're going to say, tell us a bit about yourself. ... I'm a big ... fan. Okay, we're going to change the class into our form data, but I want you to look at that box. Keep your eyes on it and watch what happens to it when I change the form data. So you got wider. When you choose character width, it's the characters and how big they are that determine that. If I change the size of the font, this box will get bigger. That's what that's about, and that's why it changed. Let's save it. I'm using the shortcut Control-S. Let's take a look at what we got. All right. We're just having so much fun here. We can put our name, address. We can choose a city now. Put in a state. We'd probably do the same thing for that. As a matter of fact, let's be honest about it. If there's only 3 cities, those cities are in Chicago, Illinois, San Francisco, California, and Wichita, Kansas. You really wouldn't need a state option, I suppose, but we'll leave it there. And here's our tell us a bit about yourself. They can start typing all day long. Let me show you this just real quick. See, I now get a scroll over here, so I can go up and down. So we're happy with what we have so far. Let's get out of Safari, but watch what happens when I try to close Safari. It's going to warn me that I've got input fields filled with information, and I'm going to lose that information if I close the window. That's why that comes up. I'm going to say close anyway, obviously. Make sure you save this before we move on to the next segment.